When you think of Maine, what images pop into your head? I'll bet you said moose and lobster, right? Well, that's what we thought too. But we found out that most of Maine isn't really Maine at all. A lot of Mainers, and yep, that's what they're called, say that southern Maine is really just northern Boston. And to experience Maine, you really need to go north. So, we did just that. We drove to the farthest edge of the United States, and then, well, we just kept going. What did we find out there? It just wasn't lobster. It was something deeper and more unforgettable. And it's a little hard to explain, so we'll just have to show you.
After a week in Albany, New York, we wanted to experience Maine, so we hit the road and drove 250 miles to Scarborough. As we rolled into town, you could tell they catered to the tourist, and that wasn't quite the vibe we were looking for this time. We came looking for Maine's rugged coastline and quiet charm, but instead found traffic lights and Dunkin'. One night in Scarborough was all it took for us to realize we were in the wrong part of the state. We were told if you want the real Maine experience and live like a local, you have to go north. So that's what we decided to do. It was a nice time in Scarborough, but it didn't feel like the Maine we had imagined.
The next day we hit the road, chasing fog, cliffs, and the wild Atlantic. We drove past the towns everyone visits and towards the ones that most people miss. Our next stop was Lubec, Maine. Population, boats, foghorns, and lobster traps.
They said the further north you go, the more Maine it becomes, and they weren't wrong. So here we are, at the very eastern edge of the United States. The question is, will this place give us that true Maine experience? While we were here, we stayed at Sunset Point RV Park. Fun RV fact, Sunset Point is the easternmost campground in the entire U.S. It's a small, family-owned RV park that offers peace, privacy, and a front row seat to one of the most beautiful water views that we've ever had. Every site has a clear view of Johnson Bay, and every site has a picnic table with a fire pit overlooking the cliffs. All of their sites are water and electric only, but they did offer a rollaway tank to use free of charge whenever you needed it. They also provide a service that no other campground has ever provided, and it turned out to be the highlight of our entire stay. But we're going to come back to that.
After we got set up, we wanted to explore a bit, and 5 minutes away was downtown Lubec. This fishing village was settled in 1785, and that industry is still thriving today. At one point in the early 1900s, there were over 20 sardine canneries just in this town alone. It's a small village, and when I say small, the population of Lubec 25 years ago was 1,650 people. Today, that population is just over 1,200 people. That just goes to show that not much changes in this town quickly. It's a quaint village, captured in time with a rich history. If you visit, my advice to you is to check to see when shops and stores open and close. We found out firsthand that the local IGA grocery store closes at 7 p.m. I'm unsure if this is the quote, Maine experience people were talking about.
5 miles east of the RV park is West Quoddy Head State Park. This park is home to two iconic things. First and foremost, it is the easternmost point in the lower 48 states. Now, if you remember, we were in Key West not too long ago, and we visited the southernmost point in the United States. So this was a site we just had to see. And bonus, it is the location where you can watch the sunrise before anyone else in the United States.
The second is the West Quoddy Head Lighthouse. Historical fun facts about this lighthouse: it was built in 1858, but it's not the first one at this location. The first one was made of wood and was commissioned by Thomas Jefferson in 1808. Now, the second is it is the only lighthouse in America with candy stripes, making it instantly recognizable. But that's not all. This park has a bonus offering for you explorers and hikers. It has 5 different trails that covers just as many miles. And the views you get from these trails are just stunning. So today, we're going to be doing something that we've never done before. A real Maine lobster boil.
Yeah.
But first, before we could do any of that, we've got to go get the lobsters. Right off the boat.
I think Fisherman's Wharf, you can get them there.
Okay.
And the other is Little River Lobster. It's in Cutler.
Yes. Okay.
That's
That's
the
the
one
one.
he was
Yes. That is the one that he like captures them during the day, and then you can pick the ones.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's in Cutler. Okay. And
Do you
it's
want that
Little River Lobster. Well, I think we'll just go there.
Okay.
Cutler is about 25 minutes south of Lubec, and it could be its twin. It's a small, quiet fishing village and is home to the Little River Lobster Company. When we pulled up, they knew exactly why we were there and brought us right down to the docks.
You guys can pick out your own if you want.
Oh, really?
Totally up to you.
Wow, there's some big lobsters. You're gonna let me pick them up? What's the best way to grab them?
Just like that.
Oh, just
Walk
okay.
up because they got the little spike. But they ain't gonna
okay.
bite you.
Yeah.
Pinch you right now because they're all full of that.
Right.
And you can pick your own. Some people like to pick their own, or I can pick them whatever.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's go with this guy here.
This one?
Yeah. You want to pick yours? You go with it, huh? That looks like a good size one right there.
That one?
Yeah.
Any more?
Nope. I think that should do it.
You think that's gonna be enough for us?
Oh yeah.
What's the average size that people get?
I mean, it all depends on personal preference.
Appetite?
I eat a lot, like a lot of everything. Just 'cause I just eat a lot. It doesn't look like I eat a lot, but I do. They are good, I will say that.
When were these caught then?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Wow.
$4.3 in this lot.
4.3,
Yep.
34.40.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
We needed to get back to camp and drop off the lobsters because we were going over the edge. Over the edge into Canada, that is. We had afternoon plans to visit lighthouses and to have tea with Eleanor. What does that you mean? Well, Tea with Eleanor is a free daily event on Campobello Island where visitors enjoy tea, cookies, and inspiring stories about Eleanor Roosevelt's life. Our next stop was Head Harbor Lighthouse. Constructed in 1829, this is the oldest lighthouse on Campobello Island and the second oldest in New Brunswick. The lighthouse stands on a small tidal islet connected to the island only during low tide. Visitors have to plan carefully or risk being stranded between tide cycles, which can rise up to 5 feet per hour. Well, that is unless you want to go swimming with this cute fellow here. Just across from Lubec is the Mulholland Point Lighthouse. It stands about 50 feet tall and features white siding with red lantern accents offering an excellent views of the FBR International Bridge and Lubec Harbor. Built in 1885, this wooden tower aided navigation through the Lubec Channel, guiding ships between Campobello Island and Lubec, Maine. Although no longer active as a navigational light, the site remains open to visitors. It's within the Roosevelt Campobello International Park. Before you knew it, our time was sadly up. We needed to get back to camp. All right, guys, so I'm pretty excited about this. The campground that we're at, they actually provide a service that if you get your lobsters, they will bring you all of the equipment you need to do your own lobster boil. So we've got our burner right here, and we've got our propane that they dropped off at our campsite. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this all hooked up. And the other thing that brought us was a stock pot to cook the lobsters in. We're gonna have to put some water in here because we got corn on the cob to go with it as well. So we need to get that going and get the corn soaking. And then finally, we got us a tray to put all of our shells and everything else behind it. And it actually looks like there's 2 trays there. So one for each of us, bonus. So let's go ahead and get this stuff hooked up, and we're gonna walk down and pick up our lobsters. So we got the lobsters this morning, and we brought them back, and the campground was nice enough to let them store them in their refrigerator instead of ours. And we decided to do that because, quite honestly, I don't want my fridge smelling like lobster. So we're going down to pick them up right now and get them ready for the boil.
Hi. Hello. We're so excited. We have our...
Yeah, dude, the Maine lobster boil.
You don't understand it, yes?
Where they make a noise?
Yeah.
You know how to use the setup?
Well,
Yeah.
we read on the instructions. Thank you so much.
Yes,
for
very
that.
much.
Very nice. Enjoy it to the fullest.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Enjoy your night too.
Thank you. We will.
All right, look at it. Here they are. I'm sorry, babies.
What you working on here?
Starting the fire.
Looks like you got the corn all soaking.
Yep.
All right. Wide open here, wide open here. Woo! Now that's a fire. Okay. Now we wait. All right, guys. We just wanted to take a minute and get a little serious here because we wanted to make a point to everybody out there that we know that these things are living creatures, and we know that they are also dinner. And we don't normally do this kind of thing. However, you know, at the same time, it is kind of important, I feel, for us to know where our food actually comes from.
I'm sorry.
So we wanted to just take a minute and thank the lobsters for providing us with some nourishment tonight and giving us their life, basically. Look at the corn. It's kind of like cracking a walnut.
A walnut.
Yeah. push the meat out. There's your tail meat. You might want to take that over to the pot and rinse that off.
No, yours looks better. I'm just eating it all.
Now that, a big piece of lobster. But like you said, I'm kind of full.
Slobber me again.
Is this where the food fight ensues? All right. So, what do you think overall?
I enjoyed it. I mean, it was very tasty, but I feel bad.
Yeah. Yeah, if we didn't eat them, somebody else was going to. So, guys, what do you think? Why don't you drop us a comment and let us know?
And we're going to enjoy the rest of our night.
I think it's time for just sitting in front of the fire and enjoying the sunset.
Yep.
All right, let's clean up. Maine isn't all lobster rolls and lighthouses on postcards. The real Maine, it's quiet fishing towns, foggy mornings, and roads that literally end at the ocean. It's buying your dinner off a boat and eating it by a campfire. No crowds, no frills, just raw coastline and real people. The further up you go, the more Maine it gets. And once you hit the edge, that's when it really starts. Well, Loki, time to hit the road. Ready to go? All right, honey, where are we headed today?
We are going to another national park, another bucket list national park.
Acadia
Yeah,
National Park.
Acadia. Yes, so excited. But we've had some great days here in Lubec, Maine. Lubec.
Lubec.
Anyway, what was your most favorite part?
I would say the most favorite part was probably the lobster boil.
I got a little teary.
Yeah.
I quickly got over it. But yeah, but it was fantastic.
And yours?
I would have to say going over to Campobello Island and going to Eleanor Roosevelt's tea.
Yep, that was pretty cool too.
So being so close to Canada, that was pretty cool. And then we had some fantastic hikes too.
Yeah.
Gorgeous sunrise.
Yep.
Yeah, but I can't wait to see the sunrise on Cadillac Mountain.
Yep.
Ha!
Okay, guys. We are headed out. We've got about a 2.5 hour ride today. It's real short. And our time here in Lubec was awesome, but it's time to hit the road. We'll see you guys out there.
Between mile markers.